So we're here with Demetrius Houser, the multi-talented, multi-musical performer. And we're going to talk about his latest CD, Power of Love. And we're going to get some background on the songs and his inspiration for the music that he wrote. And his collaborating with his son. So, Demetrius, first, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
You're always
Pleasure.
welcome here at JP Studios. We go way back, and I'm excited to talk to you about your CD, Power of Love. Now, I want to know why now? Why the CD now? What gave you the inspiration to make a CD?
Well, my inspiration for making the CD was I've been wanting to do it for like almost two decades now, and I said it's time really right now. And I started working previously, as you know, like about a year ago on D and Key's Love Story, and that was coming along okay. But then I said something's missing here, and my son was like, "Well, Dad, let's just collaborate, and I'll work with you. I'll help you," because I was still kind of like dragging my feet. I wanted things to be kind of more perfected,
Right.
and we just collaborated. And the Power of Love inspiration came from also my grandmother, because she was all about love and remembrance to her. You know, I always wanted to do this project, and I dedicated it to her. And I wanted to do my CD, and that was a dedication to her.
All right. So your grandmother and was your okay. So now, did you write all the songs? And you said you wrote most of them, and you collaborated with your son, but he did most of the engineering.
Yes.
Okay, so you did all the instruments.
Yes.
Wow. Now, for everybody out there, you have to realize that he not only plays keyboards, but he plays guitar. He sings. He even has some good dance moves. I've seen some of your Instagram posts.
Thank you.
And he's a songwriter. So when you sit down to record a song, I want to get a little bit behind the scenes in the process. Do you start with chords? You start with a melody? How does that come about?
Sometimes I hear it in a dream, and then sometimes it'll come just like with my chords, or sometimes it comes with the guitar and I hear little rhythms, and I'll just start messing around and just playing, and it all comes together kind of
so
like
do you write on the keyboards or guitar first?
both.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I have inspiration by the keyboard, and then other times I have inspiration by the guitar. It's weird, or sometimes I'll just come up with lyrics, and I'll put it together. Yes, but over the years I wrote so many different songs, like from 16 to my age now at 46, and a lot of my best songs have been from when I was really younger.
Oh, okay.
Like
and you still have those.
And I feature two of them on the Power of Love project.
What songs are those?
The Magic of Your Love and Constantly on My Mind.
Oh, okay.
And there's an interesting story with Constantly on My Mind.
Yeah, share with us.
I was 16 years old, and I was going to San Bernardino High School,
Okay.
and it was this young lady I had a crush on at the time, and I wrote the song. And recently, when I put this project out, I never told her. She never knew I had a crush on her, and I told her I wrote this song about maybe over almost 25 some years ago, and she was the inspiration of it. And
so
I let her know.
You still talk to her to this day?
Through Facebook, yes.
Really? So what did she say? How did she feel about that?
Said she felt very honored, and it was
Flattered, huh?
yeah, it was
Wow.
cool. It was a trip. I said, music is full of life and spirit. I should let her know, that I really wrote that about, and she inspired it. And I finally let her know. She was just very supportive of it and received it well.
And, I mean, for somebody to realize that they had that kind of impact on another person, and for that person to put it in a song,
It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it is pretty powerful. That's
Yeah.
a pretty cool story.
Yes.
Now, I have a question
you.
about and I think it's your single that you're kind of putting out there. It's if you go to cdbaby.com, it's track 2, and it's Power of Love.
Yes.
Can you give me a background on that song?
Yes, Power of Love is the theme of the song. That's my theme that I live daily. Every day I wake up with the blessing of love, life, and my music, my family, my good friends like you and yourself and your family. And the world revolves around love, and only love will conquer hate, like the great Marvin Gaye said in the song. And I believe that love comes through my music, and anybody that knows me, I'm kind of like a smooth, laid back type of person.
Yeah,
so my music is like that as well. Smooth, it's just relaxing, and the power of love is the message number one, that God so loved the world, and he gave his only begotten son. That's my belief, and I believe in the Lord, my Savior.
Well, I was going to say that you're I know you as a religious man, and I think that comes out in your music.
Yes.
And just the kind of person you are.
Mm-hmm.
Very positive.
Yes.
Very upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I value your friendship. I always want to keep in touch with you.
Same way. Same here.
I think that's important when you are an artist.
Yes.
That you have faith.
Right.
And you have a strong belief in religion.
Right.
And it comes out in your music.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And that's my foundation. Love and the love of God and the love for people, no matter what race, color. I'm all about love. I ain't got no time for
I think that's an important message.
no drama.
Right. That's an important message
Yes.
nowadays.
Yes.
I think we all need for everybody to hear that kind of message. And
Yes.
I don't know, maybe it'll change some people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Now, another track that I I've been kind of listening to a lot is track 1, Be Here With You.
Yes.
Can you give me some information about that song?
Yeah, that song was inspired on it spontaneously. My son was like, "Come on, Dad, let's drop something." And when he had the idea to help produce my stuff, we did the Power of Love basically like in a week.
A week, okay.
Yeah.
And your son's name? Can you?
My son is Demetrius Houser, for those who don't know.
Okay.
Demetrius Houser, and his artist name is Dare House.
Dare House. Okay.
Yes, but he's a phenomenal. Not just saying it because he's my son, but I love him, and he's a great musician.
He's like you. He takes after his dad. Multifaceted. I seen him play bass.
Right.
He plays guitar.
Yes.
He sings.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy is
And a rapper.
takes after
Yes.
his dad.
Yeah. He's like me times 100.
Isn't that the truth, right? They always kind of
Yeah, and you want that for your
you want
your
them to
children.
be better than you were.
Right.
So let's go off the track a little bit.
Okay.
I think that's really cool that you make music with your son.
Yes.
I think that is, some families have sports.
Right.
Some families work on cars. Your family, you do music together.
Yes.
And I think that brings you guys close, right?
It does. Even closer, yes.
Even closer. So
yes.
It's almost like you get the best of both worlds. You have a great musician to help you, who's also your son.
Yes, it's a great blessing.
And I know you guys play at this restaurant.
Sullivan Steakhouse.
What is it?
Shout out to Sullivan Steakhouse, Palm Desert, California.
When can we see you there play? What days are you there?
We're there every Fridays and Saturdays, 6:30 and to 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Friday and Saturdays is our night.
And it's just you and your son.
Yes.
But on the videos I've seen, it sounds like a full band. I hear, not only vocals but the keyboards. I hear the drums.
Yes.
Bass. He plays bass sometimes.
Yes.
And you guys switch off on guitar.
Right.
And you guys are doing R&B and soul and some funky stuff.
Some country.
Even some country.
Some blues. Yes.
So you kind of you won't be disappointed if you go and check out the. Is there a name for the group? You guys.
It's officially known as Demetrius and Company. But when my son started playing with me more, I call it Demetrius and Company, Father and Son Duo. That's a long name, so right now I just say Father and Son Duo.
Father and Son Duo. All right, so don't forget to check them out. Go out to Sullivan's Steakhouse.
Yes.
In
Palm Desert.
Palm Desert. Okay.
Beautiful, great steaks and food.
They treat you good up there, huh?
Oh, they do.
Yeah, we got to give them a plug. I'll even put a link in there somewhere to their Facebook page. Now let's move on to track number 8. And this is on cdbaby.com. You can find this one, track 8, and it's called Soul Connection.
Soul Connection.
Yeah, can you give me some background on that song as well?
Okay, yes, but that song, that was actually the last song, almost the last song that me and Darian collaborated on. Mm-hmm. And drum beat. And I said, son, I had already heard this in my mind. So he said, okay. So I started just jamming this, dun, 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 kind of like an old 90s style. And he's like, Dad, I like that. My son, he likes the 90s a lot. So,
does he really?
Yeah,
okay.
He does. So he said, well, let me come on, get like a New Jack Swing sound to it more.
Okay.
And I was thinking about, something like back in the days, like Teddy Riley or something, like a Teddy's Jam. Yeah. So that's kind of inspired that song. And then he said, well, Dad, why don't you do a dookie stick?
What is that?
That's what I call a keytar, like George Duke, when you go out with the keytar. And to feature yourself on that. And I have an interesting story with Soul Connection. I got into, my old videos I used to do, my comedy on the side that I would do.
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
Cat Daddy D.
Yeah.
And I got in my Cat Daddy D for that character as well at the end to get
for
on
the song.
Yes, only at the
Did you
end.
make video of it?
No,
Oh.
but I think sometime this year I will do it just
That
for
might
fun.
be a cool little video.
Yes, yes.
That's your alter ego?
Yes, that's
What is it, Cat Daddy?
Cat Daddy D.
Cat Daddy D. We'll have to do one of those.
Yeah, he's been resting for about 5 years, but I'm gonna have to bring him out. Shout out to Cat Daddy D. A bling bling.
Well, that's cool that you have that humorous side.
Yes.
And it has that balance, right? You can't always be
Right.
very serious.
Right,
You
right,
got to have a little bit of laughter, and
right,
you can't take yourself too seriously.
right.
You kind of have to show people you're
Exactly.
just a regular guy too.
Right, right.
But all right. So now, I kind of wanted to. We touched bases on your collaborating with your son, and I also wanted to ask, were you self-taught on the instruments, and is your son self-taught, or did you teach him how to play these instruments?
It's interesting. I am kind of like self-taught, but inspired by so many musicians, from starting with my grandmother. And the same thing, I think I inspired my son to. Necessarily didn't teach him, but I got him in church early as playing the drums. He was the church drummer.
And
at 4.
how old was he when he started playing in the church?
4.
4?
Yes.
4 years old?
Yeah. He's playing
He's
with
been doing
me.
this for years now.
Yes.
But he's a young guy, though.
Yes.
How old is he now?
My son is 23 now.
23.
Yes.
Wow.
And he has multiple projects out there. Check out Demetrius Houser, Dare House Music.
All right. And how do we find them on, say, for example, Facebook?
You can find him on SoundCloud, Facebook, type in Dare House, and Instagram, Dare House. And he's got a lot of music out there, and a great producer and engineer and musician as well.
I think for part 2, we gotta see if we can get him down here.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That'd be a different type of dynamic.
Yeah, that would be
Another
cool.
So be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
When
you're ready.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about the music community, and I'm a believer in helping my fellow musicians.
Like,
It's such a close-knit group of individuals. You start realizing, everybody knows each other, and we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to promote our music and get out there and play. But sometimes you have some musicians that are not as supportive. And I know you wanted to talk about that and express how you think we should be more united and help each other.
Right. Well, as for me, I've been in this music game for a long time, for at least over 30 plus years now. And no matter what level you are, I believe it's beautiful to support one another. I played the background for a long time, and it seems like people, musicians in general as well, some of them, not a lot, but the majority doesn't like to support. They love to see you in the background as long as you're playing covers, but the minute you try to go and do something for yourself and better yourself musically in your career, you don't get that much support. And I've been experiencing that with the power of love.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe some people feel that they like to better see you as a cover artist, or they might think you're just showing off or doing too much. But this is the talent that God has given me, and I always wanted to do it since I was a little kid, and that's been my destiny and calling. So I will continue to do that. And we as musicians must remember that music is an art. It's not a competition. It's not basketball. It's not football. We should we should help one another. And you're not going to have everybody like you, but at least we could get along and support one another as musicians.
Right. Yeah, it's all about supporting each other. And, you want to see your fellow musician do well.
Right.
I mean, it's, like you said, it's not a competition.
Right.
And everybody's at their own level.
Right.
Their own level of experience.
Right.
You have more experience than probably I do, of course, because, you've been doing it longer. But, when I see you play or see your videos, and I've been fortunate enough to play with you. You probably don't remember, but we played we played a couple of times
Yes,
together.
a lot of times.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just was always, happy to be around a good musician like yourself.
Oh, thank you.
It makes me step up my game. You know what I mean? It inspires you, inspired me to be a better musician.
Well, that's a blessing if I could do that.
Yeah, because I always tell everybody, you talk about great musicians. You're always in the top of the list.
Thank you. I got such a long way to go. I'm trying to get better and better. I get tired of
and
hearing
that's
myself.
another good thing I like about you is that you always are striving to improve,
Yes.
and you're always pushing forward, and you're creating music. You're going out and performing for people, and you just don't just stop, and you're always moving forward, making
Yes.
progress. And we all hope that big things will come your way, and
Likewise, my brother.
we're always in the community of musicians. I know there's a lot of us that are rooting for you. Hopefully they'll come around someday,
Right.
or maybe they'll realize through this video
Yes.
that we need to support each other.
Right. And it's all love. Not to cut you off. It's all love. If you like it, you like it, and if you don't, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But
You're not
it's
gonna please
good.
everybody.
Right. But as long as I know I'm playing from the heart and doing what God has called me to do, I'm happy.
Right. As long as you're staying true to
Right.
yourself,
Right.
and you're the sincerity of your music, it'll come through, and it'll reach the right audience.
Oh, I believe that. It's been prayed for. It's like when my son collaborated, before we do anything, we always pray. And we prayed, and we felt the presence of God through the music. And I had a good friend of mine, one of my dearest friends, Clarence Harris, shout out to him. He's like, Demetrius, I just want to tell you, he said, man, your CD is amazing. It's a blessing. He said, the first thing I heard from it was, I felt God through your music, and your stuff is awesome. It's top notch. I was like, not to throw no glory to myself, but I know it's all glory to God, because he's the one who gave us the talent.
Right.
And when my son put it together, it's a natural DNA of magic as well, with his ear and my ear together.
Right.
And with the gift that God's given us together, it was like, and it came down on the project.
Right.
So even if I didn't sell nothing, the greatest thing that I enjoyed was creating that with my son, and that's all that matters. So that's the greatest reward anyways.
Yeah, I don't think any amount of money that's priceless.
Right.
Doing that with your son, you always have that to remember.
Yes.
And he'll remember that forever too.
Yes.
So are we going to see another collaboration maybe in the future?
Oh yes, we have
music?
we have some more collaborations in the future
Okay.
as well. And also like to give a shout out to my cousin Warren Williams, who blessed me with one of the acoustic guitars that I played on my project. Another great musician and an awesome supporter, always helping me, telling me different things that I should do, and help guide me in the right way as a musician. So shout out Warren Williams.
Warren Williams, all right. And I think that's going to wrap it up. And I want to thank you again for coming out and doing this interview. Hopefully we do a part 2. We'll get your son in here, and
Okay, let's do it.
we'll talk more music, and just have a sit down and chat. And so thanks again for coming out. And we're going to put all the links to your social media, and where they can buy the CD and download and all that good stuff.
Thank you, appreciate it. And before we go, I have to say this. My man James Placinia, incredible artist, incredible guitar player, awesome brother, a great friend. His wife is an excellent cook. His children are awesome. They're awesome bodybuilders, man. And me and my brother James have worked on some projects, and we have not completed it. We're going to complete it in time. And the Vegas is one of my favorite songs to this day. We got to get that out there somehow.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it, because that got a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And I had a process of sometimes of starting things and not completing, but I promised myself everything that I start, I gotta finish it and complete it. So.
Right. Well, it's we have busy lives,
Yes.
But I'm glad you got this CD project completed, Power of Love.
Yes, sir.
That's your latest musical endeavor, and I encourage everybody to go out, at least check it out on YouTube, and show some love by downloading a song, maybe even
Yes,
a
sir.
CD,
Yes.
and just keep supporting the music, and support this man right here, Demetrius Houser.
Thank you.
You will not be disappointed with the songs and the music on the CD, so check him out.
Please. Trust in the power of love.
Yes. Is always
And
happening.
I also like to say this. I want to thank all my supporters, which is my family, James Placinia and his son, and they always been great supporters for me. And shout out to Larry White, Bell Johnson, and some of my good friends that always give me suggestions that are music industry people and constructive criticism to help me be a better artist that I'm striving to be. So shout out to them, and my brother Mac McKinney.